Well, let me jump in here and find out what's going on. Welcome. Well, hey, there's no one here. So, I guess that's it. Let's pack up and go somewhere else. And, yeah, that sounds good. Nah, I don't think I will, actually. I think I'll stay here. Just heard a new song. I think it's a great song. It's a timely song. It's called Living in a Nightmare. And, well, I was wondering what the hell I would call this broadcast, and that song came up, so here we are. Welcome, Google. I'm glad you're listening. You evil people at Google and YouTube and all the rest of you people. Here's the evil that you wish to rot, wreath. I don't know what words are coming out of my mouth, CJ. Thank God someone's here to help me. Let me do a sound check, make sure something's going on. And that song came up, so here we are. I guess there we are. Something's happening there. I heard something. Hope we're coming in loud and clear. Well, I I got a show. I got a show today. A show unlike any other I've ever done in my wildest imagination. My oh my! Just a couple of days ago, I was hoping for the best with the sanity. The sanity video, but now sanity's finished. We've thrown sanity out the door. We threw it out with everything else that's been thrown out. It's gone. There is no sanity. And let me get back here. Here we are. Okay, well there we are, Monk Music. In fact, you are you're going to be the star of this friggin' show. So why don't you jump in? I'm here in Broadcast 1, just jumping in right now. There we go, if you'd like to. Or we can do a hangout if you'd like. But this particular broadcast is featuring what's going on in your particular neck of the woods. And by neck of the woods, I don't mean necking in the woods. In fact, I mean just the opposite of necking in the woods. Hey, Wookie, you'll never believe where Monk Music is living. He's living in a goddamn... monastery / nunnery. That's just a laugh of hopelessness, really. Don't confuse it with anything else. My God. I can't believe what I just read. I'm going to put it up. I can't wait for you, Monk Music. I just about fell out of my chair. I couldn't believe it. Let me get here. Okay, there we are. There we are. This is it coming up on the screen? I hope it is. Okay, so there we go. So here's the headline: Coronavirus: Sex during lockdown with someone outside your household is illegal from today. Just I'm just letting that sink in. Sex during lockdown with someone outside your household is illegal from today. No, I just, not that I care because I'm not in England or the UK or whatever this is, but we'll go down here. Having sex in your own home with someone from a different household is illegal from today after the government altered its coronavirus legislation. Yep, there's the sentence. I don't know. It seems like it's grammatically correct. There is meaning, but I really don't think I understand what in the hell that means. You cannot invite somebody from a different household and have sex with them in your own household. Yeah. Oh, don't bother getting changed, Monk Music. There's no reason to get changed because there ain't going to be any fucking action. Again, there's that hopeless laugh. Just let it sink in, darling. Oh, what is going on? This can't be true. Please. Yeah, okay then. Yes, it is, CJ. Okay, let's get fucking serious here. This is insanity. In fact, in some way, it's destiny, right? We're saying that it's dangerous to have sex with women, and here you go. But not in the way that they're making it out. This is like, if it's safe enough to riot, it's safe enough to work, and it's safe enough to invite somebody in your house to play around a bit. I don't know. No, I think this is sickness. You know, uh, there's reasons to do it, and this is not one of them. I don't know what possible reason you would have for doing this. Some people have, long distance relationships, as it were, and there's a lot of people like that. And not that it's safe, and not that you should do it. In fact, you should not. But that the government would step in and say, no, you cannot. This to me has crossed a line. I don't know what kind of world we're moving into if this is what the government is going to do. Is this yeah, thanks, just the tip. The tip of the old iceberg, is it? Yes, it is. But that tip is just going to stay where it belongs. In the tippery. Yes, put the tip in the tippery. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not fucking worried about Rona. Rona, help me, Rona. Yeah, that's a messed up version of a lot of songs. No, this is, I'm not quite sure what to make of it. The president appears to be huddled in a bunker 5 floors down. 140 cities in the United States appear to be in various states of, martial law. And the best that the UK government can do is to ban people having relations which they've had since the beginning of time. Excuse me, please, wake me up. If it's safe, wake me up. Otherwise, let me sleep. Let me just sleep for a while. Yeah, I think that good things are going to happen from this. Ultimately, men are going to realize that no, they're not, because I think this might be like a reverse psychology thing. Let me go back and take a look at this thing, and I'll read another page down or something. There we go. Okay. At 11:30 a.m. on Monday, a change to the law was introduced that bans 2 people from different households in England gathering in an indoor, private place during the coronavirus lockdown. Holy shit, what is this? No person may participate in a gathering which takes place in a public or private place indoors and consists of 2 or more persons. Wow. My God. Previously, going to another person's home to have sex would have been a breach of the coronavirus lockdown restrictions. But now, both parties could be prosecuted under the law. And then it nicely adds, and I think this is tasty, having sex in public is already illegal. Does that mean, if you're outdoors, technically no one can see you, it's still, breaking the law? No. So this is like reverse psychology. Because it's now illegal to do it, people will want to do it. Because marijuana was illegal, people wanted to smoke it. Hey, what's it about? It's illegal. Let's do it. Maybe this is some bizarre reverse psychology. The amended bill reads, no person may, without reasonable excuse, stay overnight at any place other than the place where they are living. Yeah. My, oh my. And then we got this human rights barrister, Adam Wagner, tweeted, I can't believe I'm about to tweet this. Yeah, I'm afraid to say this is correct. No, these types of things, afraid to say this is correct. No, say that George Orwell has just, arisen from the grave and he is running the government based upon, the fictional works that he wrote. Just come out and say it. That the only time, you're going to be able to do it is under, government protection, and the...
Auto shutdown initiated.
Hey, shut up about that. Did anyone hear that? There's a woman's voice. Did anyone hear the woman's voice? Holy shit. Anyway. So, yeah. Have you been in your contact? Have you been in contact with your ex since the lockdown? Yeah, no way, Jose. So anyway, yeah, no, there's the story. There's the story. I can't believe it. And let me check my other page here and see what's going on. Yes, so that's the news there, people. Goodbye, PH. What the hell's PH? So I'm not, hey, Bad Max, Curious Toronto. Is that like a new book in the Curious George series? Like, I like that monkey. You know, he dressed up, sort of funny and cute. Now there's Curious Toronto? Wow. I think they're going to get sued for copyright violation or something. That's shit, man. That's shit. Yeah. Yeah. So, Curious, Toronto has had a minority death to spark street protests and riots to join the USA's. Well, I saw like a video on Vancouver, and it was sort of getting heated. I'm not quite sure why. I thought Vancouver was a lovely place, but I guess not. There's angry people everywhere. Well, I suppose you throw them out of their job, you don't give them any chance to have a decent life, and then they say you can't have sex with anyone other than, you know, people who live in your house, and you're probably, you know, if you're that age, you know, related to them, and, you know, incest is also forbidden. So, what the hell do you expect these people to do? Yeah. Actually, I shouldn't say that because, you know, these blue-pilled simps should not be given any encouragement whatsoever to engage in dangerous acts. So maybe this is good. Maybe this is like the beginning of the MGTOW future. That it's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. you gotta sign on the paper, sign away everything, and bring the bitch into your house, and then you know she skanks you a few times and throws you out and takes your house. Yeah, thanks for that law. No thanks. Yeah. Yeah. The first McDonald's burnt down. How many burnt down now? Is anyone keeping track? You know, is anyone keeping track of all the shit that's burning? Like, this is really hard on the water supply, I bet, of all the fucking cities. I bet they're running out of water. Yeah. Is it the rainy season there or something? Anyway, I don't know. Are there protests now in Toronto? Let me check. And anyway, this is not a good time for the world. This is insanity times 30,000. Yeah, this is beyond everything that I've ever imagined having to say. Yeah, this is complete tyrannical control. And I don't know why. I think they're just doubling down and doubling down and doubling down to see how many times they can double down. It's like the the gambling junkie at Vegas. Yeah, I'll win the next time, double down. I'll win the next time, double down. And eventually, he's not wearing his shirt and he's in jail and he says, "Let me one more time. One more time." And that'll make it right. But it's not going to make it right. More, this is not going to make it right. That's just wrong. I don't care what the hell you're trying to protect against. That's wrong. I mean, what's going on? That's wrong. I don't know what it is. I think this virus, they know it's going to turn people into aliens in about 6 months or something. And they're trying to, have some humans left. And so that's why they're doing everything in their power to stop it from spreading, because it's not making people sick. The only people who are getting sick, as you know, are old people with comorbidities and whatever. Oh my God, I've had a heart attack. It's my 13th one, but this one was COVID-19. 13's and ugh. Oh, look, he just died of COVID-19. Next. Oh, yes, we have the tip in the Tipperary. Yes, please put the tip in the Tipperary. It's a long way to Tipperary. It doesn't work. It's another syllable. So, I don't know what's going on. We seem to have, let me check,
Auto shutdown cancelled.
Next. Oh, yes. There we go. Yes, it's not about racial justice. I don't think it's about racial justice anymore. Or it never was. Uh, you know, I just saw an announcement by the mayor of Atlanta. And the mayor of Atlanta is this woman. And okay, she doesn't look that old, but I suppose she's 45 or something. But she saw a video of these cops really tasing these two students sitting in a car. And there was just no reason. So they fired them, and then 3 others. But, it's getting completely out of hand. I mean, they don't know what to do. Nobody seems to know what the fuck to do. It's just, what to do is just nothing. Yeah. 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 Oh my God. The cops are parking their shifty cruisers empty, hoping to get that new car smell replacement. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know exactly what that means, to tell you the truth, Bad Max. They're parking their cars. And is that like entrapment? They want to get the people in the back seat to piss themselves? My God, that's sick. Do they want to do that? But, yeah, maybe, they had great excitement in the G20 when they corralled all those people and, got caught out and lost the court cases. And the chief of police didn't accept any responsibility. So he was found guilty and said, I'll do it again. I'll do it the same fucking thing again. Now, welcome to Canada now. Seems to be a very different place than when I grew up. Canada, da 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 da. We love you, do 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 do. That was 1967, in the centenary anniversary of Canada. En français. Yeah. Anyway, in French. Imagine it. Spoken in a slightly better accent. Anyway, there's shit happening in Canada now. Let me check the Toronto riots. Toronto protests. What is it? June 2020. See if I get any hits. Montreal protests. Huge crowd protests racism in Vancouver. Yeah, it looks like a big crowd, actually. 10,000 people. Yeah, CP24, Toronto's breaking news. Yeah. Something happened in Montreal. There's an anti-racism protest demanding justice for a black Minnesota man. Yeah, Montreal. I didn't think there was a connection. Yep. It's, see, there's the spark. You knew it was going to happen. They wanted it. They got it. They wanted it, and they got it. But we wanted monk music. And do we have monk music?
Well, I'm hoping I'm here. Hello.
Yes, you are here.
Ah.
And now you're gone. Oh, yeah, now you're back.
It's sort of chopped off, isn't it? It's very quick, late. No.
Yeah, you're pretty choppy there.
Yeah, do you want to come through hang out?
Yeah, let me. I just got it up here, and I'll call you here. Yeah, I got to do it in this way here, and there we go. Yep, and there we go. We'll try to do it a different way, and I'm gonna jump out.
Would you excuse me?
Yeah, by all means.
Excuse me. I've got a urgent call coming in.
Yep, please.
Right,
take it. No worries.
Right.
No worries. Yep. So we'll leave that there for the moment, and hopefully we'll get Monk Music in again to give his play-by-play commentary What I believe you see on your screen in the UK now, sex during lockdown with someone outside of your household is illegal from today. Yes, you heard that right. I don't know if it's true because I don't really believe UK News, Yahoo News UK, but it seems to be true. I guess somebody else confirmed it. Yep, that's it. It's illegal. My God, I never thought it'd see the day. What is going on? It's a mad, 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 mad world. And we'll just wait. And if anyone else wishes to jump in, please let me know. And I can send you an invite on Google Hangouts. So please do assist me in getting you into Google Hangouts. If I need an address or something, do I need an address or it says like an email address or something. I don't know. If I don't have you already, I'll need an email address, I believe. Or maybe a username, I guess. I don't know. I have to get back into the practice of inviting people in on Google Hangouts. But yes, they are using 1984 as a guidebook. Apparently, yes. And this is not a good thing. And because it was a very disturbing and nasty book. My apathy is undaunted. Yeah, no, I'm not overly concerned. It's just strange to read. I mean, it doesn't sound right. There's something wrong about it. It's right that it's smart not to engage in this way, but it's wrong to read it as a law. So. Yeah, Google Hangouts, it's still a thing. It is still a thing, and you can talk to people on Google Hangouts. You want to come in, Wookie? Do I got your address?
Are you there, Miko Values?
I am. Where are you?
Sorry, I got a call. I sort of scheduled
Okay, you want me to invite you
rang
again?
me in.
I'll invite you again. Sorry, I'll invite you again on Hangouts.
Oh, was that you just there?
Yeah, it was.
Oh, right. That's what I was jumping out for, so I could answer.
Oh, yeah. There you go. I think I just sent the invite.
All right, sorry. Here we
Yeah,
go.
no.
Answer, right. Jump out of this. Right, I've got it. Answering. Jump out of it.
Yeah, jump out, and I'll jump out myself. There, disconnect. And then jump into Hangouts, and there you are. Do I hear you?
Hi.
Yeah, perfect. Super.
Oh, lovely.
So your video's not going through, but hopefully your audio is, and the man can tell us. Yeah.
Tired.
Oh my God, Mad Max! He's asking a question, and we can bring in an expert now. We have Monk Music here. Bad Max 1962 is asking, is that sex out of the house thing being illegal? Does that include sex with farm animals? And again, we're just asking for a friend.
I've no idea.
Okay.
No idea, but there's a lot of worried-looking sheep round here.
Yes.
Especially in Wales.
Oh my God, we're going to get complaints from all those Wales people. Oh yeah. Otherwise known as Welsh.
Yeah. Well, there's a unrepeatable joke about the Welsh and the sheep.
Oh, well, please repeat it. We can do it.
Well, they just that's why that's the Welsh. Well,
no, I think
well
we get.
known.
I think we get the
well
gist
known for
of,
the sheep.
Yeah.
Sheep,
we get the gist of that joke.
Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it? How you can do all sorts of things for humanity, and you go down the street and you. There's Monk Music. He a very man full of integrity. Do they say anything? No, they say nothing. There's Monk Music. You go down the next day down the street, and there's Monk Music. Plays the guitar. Quite a good guitarist. Oh, right. Do they say anything? No, they say nothing. But if you fuck one sheep. Right. Anyway, so there we've reached the level.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Yeah. So anyway, yeah.
No sex, please. British.
Yeah, see, now there was that, what was it, a movie or a TV show or something, I
The play.
remember.
Well, it was a play for years on the West End,
There we are.
or the front, or should I say the front end? I don't know. But anyway, well, we can't have sex in Britain. No, we don't do that sort of thing anyway.
Yes, no,
No.
no sex, thank you. We're British. I remember that.
Yes. Well, to be honest, I think it actually we've missed a paragraph out where it mentioned with land wills.
Oh yes.
You,
No,
you
I
know.
think this law may be, in fact, saving people's lives because now there won't be that, those incidents where there's a rollover death. They were getting,
Yeah.
far too common.
Well, the rollover death is when she rolls onto you.
Yes, that's it. And
Yeah,
it
and
just
snaps your ribs.
snaps the ribs. It's like, it's
Yeah.
the end of it. It's the end of it. That
Yeah.
may be what was happening in Minnesota with that unfortunate gentleman. The police was just, the policeman was just pretending and sort of practicing what they would later do in a sexual movie, which apparently he had been engaged in, and that it was just one of those accidental rollover deaths. Yeah.
Well, I like how CNN have had riots. That's so funny.
Yeah. My God.
So funny. Why are they rioting at CNN?
I don't know. They well, it's fake news, but I thought the people rioting were mostly Antifa, and they like CNN and the fake news.
Yeah. So, well, I don't know.
Well,
Anyway,
you see,
so
I think it's
Okay.
confused and chaotic. I think no one knows what the hell's going on. No one knows who's rioting, what they're rioting for. It appears as though everyone's rioting for a number of different reasons, and no one can agree on very much.
no, who knows? Who knows?
Well, that's it. We're in a post-truth world. We may be moving into a post-knowledge world. I don't know anything.
Oh, I don't know. Two. Was it 4 legs good, 2 legs better? Eh?
Yeah,
Who'd
yeah.
have thought?
Yeah, there we are. I only know
Oh dear.
that I know nothing.
Absolute insane world, upside down, topsy turvy. So we can't have sex.
No.
And
Okay.
how are you going to stop that? Pray tell.
Cameras. I'm just throwing
Evidence?
it out. Evidence.
Cameras.
Cameras.
Well,
And you'll just have to tell the truth. That's it.
yeah. Maybe it's the motion sensors in the mobile phones if you leave them in your pocket, but of course you shouldn't have pockets by the time, anyway, that you're in flagrante. Who knows? Who
No,
knows?
but you got to do it real quick, so maybe you got to keep your clothes on. It's just going to be a
Well,
slam
maybe,
bang, thank
maybe.
you, ma'am.
Well, who knows? It's insane, isn't it? How are you gonna police that? Ooh, did you? Yeah, I did.
You're under
When?
arrest. You're under arrest.
You nicked. Well,
Yeah.
on what evidence have you got? Well, you stayed there overnight. Well, I did. We had an all night. We were just drinking. Can you prove it? Well, can you prove I didn't? Well, let
Well,
me just
no,
take
you
your.
can't. You can't stay overnight for a drink either. You're not allowed. It's like
Well,
you're
it's
locking
weird.
people in their cells. This is.
Well,
this is.
It's insane. I live in a block of flats. We have a communal staircase. So, we observe social distancing, but we've got to the point where we're like, right, have you been anywhere? No. Have you been anywhere? No. Right, fuck it. So it's absolutely insanity. People are just flouting around left and centre. Now, you know what I do for a living. And I went into work today and it was just non-starter.
What
An
do you mean?
absolute social distancing. Absolute non-starter.
What do you mean non-starter? Social dis. What's
A non-starter means the engine won't start. In other words, it's useless. It didn't work. You
What do you-
can't do it. It's impossible.
what you walked in and it just
Walked into work and it fell apart in seconds.
What?
You just can't.
You can't.
With what I did, you can't do it. It's nonsense. Not if you're looking after people.
No,
Rubbish.
that's right. That's right. No.
Now, the only way it would work would if I had a full hazmat. Just rubbish. And the thing's a hoax anyway. Let's be honest. I was sold it hook, line, and sinker. Hook, line, and sinker. And I'm coming out of this thing thinking this is just embarrassing. Where's
Yeah.
the numbers? Well, okay, Britain 30 odd. Well, yeah, because all the fatties with comorbidities
Yeah, yeah. No, these
have
people.
got too much fibrin and furin, so they've got so that fibrin and furin in your bloodstream means you've got more. If you do get the COVID, you've got more. Was it called polybasic furin cleavage sites? So that gets sliced because of your
Yeah,
comorbidities. You're
I
stuffed,
would.
but you'd be
I would.
stuffed. So
I'm not even going that far. There's no evidence to suggest that the SARS-2 virus causes any illness at all in
yep,
fatties, in anyone else. So the fatties are dying because they've always died. And
yeah,
there
the
was a
fatties are fatties. Well, they can do what they
yeah,
want.
and there was a recent report. The German government hired a team of professionals, medical people, to create a report. The report said no one extra is dying. This whole thing is like way out of proportion to anything.
Yep,
And then they're calling this a tinfoil hat thing.
yep.
What?
Well, does anybody? I know a lot of people. There's not one person conked out.
Yeah. Does anyone know anyone
Does
who
anybody know
has
anyone who's had it and
who's
died?
had it,
No.
died, or you know? And what is the it? Well, the it is I'm not sure anymore because there's 13 official symptoms and another page or two unofficial by medical people reporting that I've read. So,
Bollocks. Yep.
so
Anyway, I'm to hell with it. I'm done. I'm more monk now than I've ever been. I've spent anyway.
well, that's it.
That's
Time in a
me.
bottle saying MGTOWs are in compliance in this law
Mm,
24
mm.
7, 365 days a year. And,
I did not have relations with that woman.
yeah, just take your phone and then sample Bill Clinton saying that, and then anytime anyone asks you, just play it.
Yeah. I did not have. Listen to what I'm saying. I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
Yep, there you go.
Bit of a blowjob, maybe under the desk, but
That was not sexual relations. That was just a blowjob.
no,
No,
no, yep, that's all it was.
but technically, I sort of believe Bill Clinton because after everything I heard, there was nothing I could say to, or nothing that I heard that I could repeat that would determine whether she was a virgin or not. So it could have been
Okay,
that she was
she
a
had a
virgin.
fat ass anyway.
Well, yeah, it would take a big
Most
cigar to,
part,
to deal with it, but
yeah,
if she didn't have it, she could have been a virgin after the whole thing.
yeah,
The,
possibly, possibly.
the semen on the dress and everything, that doesn't make you non-virginal. So,
True, true.
hey, gents, Eggy Noggy. Hopefully, again this evening, there's no riots in your neck of the woods, because now it's spread to 140 cities in the United States and apparently 3 now in Canada. And it seems to be growing. That's the thing. And the President of the United States is cowering in fear in the fifth basement under the White House. And England is going into the throes of complete Calhoun rat experimentary.
So you meet a girl, your eyes meet across the street at 8 meters.
Oh, for God's sakes.
Hi, what's your name? Next thing you know, you're nicked, my son, old son, you're nicked.
Yep. Nope.
So after that, we'll have pre-crime, which I think we're already on with.
We're on to that already.
Oh, I'm just glad to live in my little box. Stay out of the way. I don't know what to do with it. If you're MGTOW, thank God.
Yes, thank God. You're safe from that. Yeah, I don't know. Neck of the woods, I don't know how we got onto that. MM said something about that, and I said, or maybe I said it, but hey, that was music. But,
That was my phone, sorry.
yeah, no worries. But, with this report coming out of the UK, I thought a witty joke saying that there would be no necking in the woods. Because it's insane. It's just absolutely, unbelievably, tyrannically insane. In the UK, you cannot have sex during lockdown with someone outside your household. They're protecting you. My God, it's like they're MGTOW big brothers. This is not something I ever thought would happen. That the Big Brother is helping men from engaging with women who will eventually, probabilistically, defect on them and cause great strife.
Well, maybe the women will get in better shape to make it more worth the while and worth the risk. So let's look at the upside. 37.4 seconds, including gasps.
Yep, saved.
Downside, faddy, nattering,
Re,
white noise, money
re,
loss, court, prison,
point and shriek.
point and shriek, and the government's now on our side. I don't think it's a bad deal,
Well,
gentlemen.
there we go. We're in
The,
favor of this new law.
well, I think it's great. I really think it's great.
Now, the next thing is that you won't be able to have sex during lockdown with someone inside your household. That will now become, or then become illegal. That's the next step. Because they're going to double down. They got to double down further. Everyone will have to live in little tiny boxes.
Already there.
All individually there. Oh, smaller. Oh, for God's sakes. No, you live in a fucking palace. No.
Well, it is now.
I'm thinking fucking rat cage box.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like
Yes,
they do
but,
in Hong Kong. You know, I stayed in Hong Kong, and it was like one box, and it was super fucking expensive. And I found out I was doing better than a lot of people. Like I had more room for less money than a lot of other people, but I had zero room. I'm going to tell you, the room I was paying $1,000 a month for is smaller currently than my downstairs bathroom.
Wow.
Yep.
Well, the only way through is the monks, the Migterati. We'll save the day. We'll just stay out of the way of the women, save all the money, and we'll buy everything up at knockdown prices.
Yep. No, that's it. This is a time for keeping your head down. This is time for MGTOW Ghost Level 4. There is insanity on the streets. There is no value in putting yourself in danger. The police are going nuts and wild. They're, doing bad things, and they're freaking out. They don't know what to do. There's no honor and decency anymore in the police anywhere in America that I can see. Although,
well, that was murder. That fella. That was terrible.
Yeah, that was murder. And then the chief of police, if it's true that he was a cop and that the guy did die, and that the cops lied to the chief of police, and then he lied to the people, and that later on the video came out and showed what really happened, then, the chief of police should lie. And if none of it's true, then he should resign anyway. So he's a weakling coward for not resigning, and this is what we're getting across the country. They don't know what they're doing, and they won't resign. So we have a systematic breakdown, a systemic breakdown, and we have a breakdown in modern science. We've got a breakdown in law and order. We've got a breakdown in decency. And MGTOW's been saying this for a long time. These are the same cops that will, set men up and put them out on the street and throw them in jail for smoking a reefer, which is now legal in the states that they were throwing men in jail for just 5 years ago. There is nothing left.
Absolute mental.
Yep, it's approaching a police state. It looks that way with this type of law.
Approaching a police state? Joking. Reached that level long since.
Oh my God, yeah. How can you word that? The police state was reached a long time ago. Now it's just complete police tyranny.
That's all it is. That's all you can say. He could have been the worst murderer in the world or the best person in the world, whoever he was, but he was murdered. And you don't murder people.
Yeah.
It was chilling. Have you seen the video? It's terrible.
And,
Absolutely.
actually, there's something worse about it. I can't believe I have to say this, but there's something worse about that murder by numbers, 7 minutes. There's something worse about that. Apparently, there was a autopsy done, and the coroner said that it was by natural causes.
What?
I'm not joking. I fucking read that. I heard it. I heard a discussion of it. Natural causes.
Just mental.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mental.
No, Eggy Nuggy. We're not upset at all. But no, we are approaching a police state. There's been a de facto police state, but it's going to be de jure, which is by law. They're just going to look what they're doing. They're arresting people for talking. They're arresting people for going next door. This is a police state. No, this is not sarcasm. It is true. There is a police state brewing. This is what it looks like.
It's not brewing. It's
Yeah.
fermenting.
Yeah, no, it's bubbling.
God, it's just terrible.
Yep.
Yeah, to be honest, I can understand people getting very cheesed off and smashing a few things out of anger, but not nicking stuff.
I see the nicking stuff as I read an article today about the failure of a zero interest policy. It makes people save more because they're afraid of the future. People are just taking whatever they can because they see the people up at the top. They printed a trillion US dollars in the States, handed out about 1.5 trillion, they handed out about half of it, and where the hell's the rest of it? It's like people are running out with stuff, and it's legal theft at the very top. The people at the bottom have been kicked out of their jobs. They see this guy murdered. They see no law and order for a long time. And yeah, no, this is the destruction. This is getting bad.
Pretty scary. I don't know what to say. You get so far into not being able to say what to say. I mean, what do you say? The guy shouldn't have been murdered, and the fire shouldn't have been set off. In this country, I don't know. It'll come over here. Oh, by the way, on the way back from work, I saw Justice for George Floyd,
Yes.
Minnesota,
Yeah.
written on the floor. So,
Yeah. No,
wow.
There was a big protest in front of the U.S. Embassy. People, I guess, yelling, "I can't breathe." And, I don't know what's going on. It's down in New Zealand. It's going everywhere in the Western world, maybe. At least
It doesn't help, though. It doesn't change anything. The guy's dead. He's been murdered. And, I mean, it's bloody
Yeah, but he's not the first. And
terrible.
And Bad Max, I can't believe what I'm reading from Bad Max. He says here, the Minnesota scanner the cops are using, they aren't calling like their units with call signs. They're using words like strike force, and backup units are fire support. Okay, let's send in strike force, and we need some fire support backup. You take the backup, the back streets. The strike force takes the main streets. Go for it.
Well, in this town, when the police years ago, you know the song "I Predict a Riot."
Yeah.
The cops were playing that to pump themselves up before they went out in the vans.
Yeah. Oh God, I know.
That was just round here.
Yeah.
I predict a riot. Right.
That's it.
I predict a riot, get themselves G'd up, and then off they went.
Yeah.
Can't make this stuff up.
No, and Bayman here, I think he's commenting on the coroner ruling that the death was of a heart attack and not suffocation. And wherever I got it, I think it was Timcast, he read out part of it and saying that the arrest probably didn't add anything to it. Oh my God! If that doesn't if that doesn't make people explode, I don't know what will. Yeah, protect the donuts. Send in strike force. Protect the donuts at all cost.
The arrest wasn't
even contributory to the heart attack. That had he been walking down the street, he was going to die anyway. That's the impression you got.
No, that's bullshit. If you turn somebody down, I remember at work years ago, we did training on this. If you turn somebody face down and compress them, you get proximal asphyxiation. The enzymes in the blood shoot through the roof, they can't breathe, and they just die. And because some of the people I was having to deal with were really quite violent, we were trained on restraint to keep them alive. That was the angle we took, because there's only so much restraint people can take before they cark it. So they were totally unaware of what they were doing, either incompetent or just murderous. Just, terrible.
Yeah. No, there's a name for it. It's called burking, where you sit on someone, and it doesn't take very long before they're, they just can't breathe. And I don't know. The coroner didn't say anything about a broken neck, but yeah, died of a heart attack. No, fuck off. No.
The heart attack it brings on a heart attack. The enzymes shoot up, and off you go. Your blood's change.
Yeah,
and
whatever.
And you're done. You're dead.
You're dead. Whatever it is that kills you, it's someone sitting on you, kneeling on your fucking throat.
Here's the thing. Let's not sit on somebody's neck.
Yeah. Okay, they get a heart attack, they suffocate, whatever. 7 fucking minutes. No. Anyway, this is, I think, part of the information war, that if you say, oh, it wasn't suffocation, he died of a heart attack, people won't look at the video. They'll try to whitewash the video. In 30 years, you'll look back and say, oh, they were protesting over nothing. So God knows what that coroner had to go through. Probably a big fucking bag of Benjamins,
I was just going to say, I bet there was plenty of 100s written on there.
Yep.
Unbelievable.
And again,
he died of a heart attack. That's like the COVID. It's like the deaths from COVID.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I had COVID. Well, yeah, but his thigh bone was sticking out of his leg muscle.
Yeah. That's COVID-19. I've seen it 100 times. Yeah. So, people are sick and tired of this shit. That's part of it. So, people are trying to turn it into a right thing or a left thing. No, it's just there's the worst government possible. Yep.
Unbelievable.
All for something that, I've been saying now for quite a few weeks. There's been no demonstration of a cause and effect relationship. Thus, there is no illness being caused by a virus. It's just correlation. Old people, they may be testing positive. There's probably a virus, and they're dying of diabetes or a heart attack or old age or whatever the fuck it is. And scientists are coming out and saying this. They're being shut up because there's an agenda. Maybe this was an agenda of manufactured destabilization, and it's lighting this stuff up. And men have got to,
It's 101. Correlation is not necessarily causation.
Yeah, that's it. Correlation is not causation.
They've been doing this in the food manufacturing industry for years. Fat's bad for you. Why? Because we cut open some bodies and there was this cholesterol stuff in the arteries clogged up. Yeah, and 10 other different factors in there as well. Oh, people eating a lot of fat. It's the fat. No, it's not. And then we're off to the races with cholesterol.
Yeah, that's right.
Total bollocks.
Yep.
Complete bollocks.
For hundreds of years, butter was good, then butter was bad.
Yep.
Now butter's good again. You fuck-ups. Can't listen to you anymore.
No, you have no. I have no respect for. I'm afraid if you can't get your tail straight.
Yep.
Absolutely none.
Yeah, that's right. No, he would have had the heart attack anyway had the bullet not gone in the heart. He was just destined to have the heart attack. The shooting in the heart did not kill him. Yeah.
Well, they shot him.
No, that's just Eggy Noggy.
Oh, right, okay.
That's like. So this is another example. Yeah, that's it exactly. No, they expect people to believe this. People are not going to believe this. People are not going to accept this coroner's report. They're going to know that the system itself is broken. The chief of police is broken. The coroner is broken. The mayor's broken. The whole thing's broken. And again, one's looking at what's happening, and a lot of this, not all of it, but a lot of these riots are happening in Democratic strongholds. Mm-hmm. And it also correlates with higher rates of COVID-19 declarations. And so what we're seeing is a meltdown of a certain section of the country. The Democratic snowflake insane psychiatric pill popping Karens. They're just losing it. And okay, there was a spark, which is making other people lose it as well. But that's it.
Well, stay out of the bloody way.
Yeah.
Stay out of the way.
And stay away from psychiatrists. I think they're all crazy. That's it. So, yeah.
Well,
yeah. No,
just
a lot of people are believing the system, and they're believing also that the system is broken. They have cognitive dissonance. I think we, generally in MGTOW, know that the system is broken and don't believe it. That's it. And, we have to evaluate each thing that comes out of the system, off the plantation, as it were, the thing that grinds up men. And this thing is going to grind up men. And that's, we can make jokes all you like, but this is grinding up men. Men are losing their jobs. Men are losing hope. Older men, young men, good men. But I'm saying that even in this crisis, there is opportunity. And so get the word out. Men can make something during this time.
Well, I have to admit that's exactly what I'm doing. The prices on Udemy courses went through the floor.
Oh, there
So I
we go.
spent about 60 quid. I've got a full course on Excel,
Yep.
Access, PowerPoint,
Yep.
and web development, and online, something else, online teaching. And the web development course is super interesting. I'm totally into it, and I'm making strides with it. I can now do a very basic / intermediate, early intermediate HTML coding.
Excellent. Super.
And I know a lot more right now, and I'm not the only one. A friend of mine has done 12 continuing professional development courses
Huh.
during the lockdown. He's only a young lad, 29. A guy, one of my neighbours' sons, he's 30. He's been doing business all the while during the thing. And I know a lot of people who've been just using it for personal development and a career change. I'm almost, I've got, tomorrow I'm in work, then next Monday for the rest of that week, and then another 2 weeks off, and then another week. So by September, I'm hoping to have got myself right through this course for the web development so that I could start applying for jobs. I've even been out and found myself a contact.
Wow.
In that world. So,
Yep, good.
what an opportunity. I hope people have taken it. And this is the freedom MGTOW gives you, because a lot of people be strapped to a woman going, oh, well, we can't go out because this, I've got to be a good sheeple, up yours.
Yep.
Well, actually, you can't up yours because that's illegal.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, I'm sorry, love. I can't do things to you.
Yeah, that's right.
Because, it's against the law. So, make a cup of tea and we'll talk. I don't know.
So this is, don't waste the opportunity. There's an opportunity to build up your skills, to get a second job, to do something. And I think, Bayman, you're right. And Ken Del Rican, who I don't always agree with, but on this point, yeah, people are ready to riot. I think there needs to be a catharsis. The people on psychiatric pills think the world's horrible because they have Trump derangement syndrome, a lot of them. They're snowflakes. And they didn't quite understand what hyping this COVID-19 thing would do to their life. And it's destroyed it. It's destroyed the lives of so many snowflakes.
Well, I was arguing the toss with a friend of mine on the way home, and he said, oh, well, it's terrible. It's not rioting. It's this, that, and the other. I said, yeah, but to be honest, I for once in my life, apart from the stealing stuff, I'm actually in agreement. I've been saying for years that it's time for insurrection and revolution, however bad that sounds, because if we don't, the only way we'll stop these tyrannical idiots is to do what's starting. Unfortunately, as soon as you start stealing stuff, you you're in a mess.
Well, yes, but
You know,
I
you
suppose
don't.
you know
But you know,
insurrection and revolution are different things.
oh, all right.
One of them is lawful, so or can be
Which one?
lawful.
Well, whichever the
Revolution,
lawful one is, that one.
revolution. 1215 was the lawful revolution because the King John, was not abiding by his oath of office, his coronation oath, and so it was a lawful revolution. Insurrection means you recognize the authority and then violate that
Ah,
authority.
right. Okay.
So uh, I think, yeah. So insurrection. So if you're shanghaied on a boat, this is an example I like to think about. Is if you're shanghaied on a boat, which means you're taken against your will and made to become a crew on a boat. Is it insurrection
Okay.
to if the only way to gain your freedom is to kill the captain and then take over the ship and sail yourself home? Is that insurrection? No, that's not insurrection because the authority of that captain in shanghaiing you or allowing you to be shanghaied and brought on his boat uh, doesn't make him your captain at all. He's just a common criminal.
Oh, I see.
So but otherwise, if you accept the authority of the captain on a boat, which most people do, you cannot go against the captain's judgment. And what do they call that? Mutiny, and that's insurrection. Mutiny is insurrection. So
Right. So let me get this right. You can. Which one are we talking about? So whichever the one's the legal one,
yeah,
do that.
revolution can be legal.
Right. Revolution.
Yeah, as long as the power and authority has violated its conditions, and so what we see is a violation of the American Constitution with the lockdown. So I think that's it
Right.
right there. Whether it's done
Right.
by the federal government or by the state governments, we seem to have a clear violation of the right to assemble, and that's not allowed in the Constitution. So
Gosh, it's chilling, isn't it?
now, as to the Brits, as far as I know, the Magna Carta is still in force, and there would be something protecting that same right of people to leave their house and have sex with whoever, and in fact, whatever they want.
That's habeas bonkers, isn't it?
He is bonkers. Give me the body, and I'll do it.
Yeah. Giggity.
Cold, cold Ethel. No, there's sickness, and this is depravity. So, if the community gets upset, well, the community actually makes the law under the Magna Carta terms. And but now that's been changed or attempting to be changed, and we see what happens. Now we have a top-down government, and they're doing things so wrong. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
Oh, it's bad. Bad.
The worst
And they're gonna.
government possible.
Terrifying.
Yes, it is. And Bad Max, yeah. No, it's the problem might be that Trump thinks he has to bring out the army or something, which is technically also against the Constitution, to bring order to some of these places, and that may stimulate something at a higher level, where the army mutinies because that's a non-constitutional order, at least according to Posse Comitatus, and they try to overturn it. I don't know whether it's an acceptable attempt, but at some point, Americans will know they're in tyranny, and then that's the end. So maybe they're trying to manipulate Trump into doing something that he, I don't think, wanted to do, which is to become a tyrant. And then we have sic semper tyrannis.
What's that?
It's what John Wilkes Booth yelled when he jumped from the stage after assassinating Abraham Lincoln.
Ah, right,
Who
okay.
with his Abraham Lincoln's unilateral suspension of habeas corpus at the beginning of the conflict was the act of a tyrant. So he did
Okay.
not have the right to do it. Congress did, and they wouldn't. So he did act like a tyrant, and he did die. But in this case, if Trump starts bringing the military out, then the Bible clingers and the gun toters and everyone will be against him. And it will be a messy battle because
Wow.
the army itself is divided, right? So you got oath takers, you got constitutionalists, and you got order followers, sure, but
Yeah, and some big ass tanks,
and
which
big
is
ass
always
tanks.
a bit of
Yep.
a bit of an argument. Hi, I think you should move out of the White House. Why? Well, me and these 450,000 armed to the teeth, well trained guys.
Yeah, but the army likes Trump.
True.
They like him a lot. So that's not where
Well,
it's going to fall.
we'll see.
We'll see. So, yeah. So it's getting messy, and this is the worst I've seen America in my 56 years, and I've been following politics since a pretty young age. So, yeah. What the fuck is this? I'm from the UK. I feel like my rights are being violated. Oh, isn't that quaint, monk music? We've got a British guy. He thinks he's got fucking rights. No, you don't have fucking rights. You're in the UK. You're a fucking rat. You're a fucking rat in a cage of a fucking George Orwell novel.
Yeah, Britain's not been free for a long time.
Oh, look, but he says he
Wow.
lives with his girlfriend. What the fuck is he doing on the MGTOW channel? Hey, Matthew, not that you're not welcome, but what the fuck are you doing here? Anyway, you're in great danger. Maybe not this week, but eventually that girlfriend of yours, she's going to point and shriek, and, she's going to find Chad or Tyrone or Rodrigo or something and Jean-Guy, and then she's going to, point and shriek, take you for whatever she can, and then shack up with whoever,
I'm taking mostly for a fool.
Yeah. That's our warning to you, but you do what you like. She's only a girlfriend. For God's sakes, do not sign a contract and bring the government into your bedroom. In fact, the government's in your bedroom now, so what the fuck? She makes one phone call, you're finished. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, but she loves me.
She loves me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. She loves me. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Think you'll lose your cash and grow a little rash. Well, that is just the start. When you hooked up with that tart, she loves you, mean your money, yeah.
That's a much better version than the one I did.
I think so. I like to think so.
Yeah,
It's better than the Beatles original.
Yeah, mine was really just fucked up. Yours actually had the right melody.
Was it? I work all night, I work all day to give that whore all my pay. Ain't it sad? And still there never seems to be a single dollar left for me. That's too bad in my dreams. And in that car, the one with the blue flashing light that took you downtown. Yeah. God. Don't trust them as far as I couldn't trust them as far as I could chuck them. And with the size of the women now, that's not very far.
No, you can't chuck them at all. No way.
You can't chuck them. Can't get my arms around them. Christ, my legs got tired just walking round.
Yeah.
How dare you say that to my face? Well, I'll say it to your back, but I've only got half a tank of gas.
Oh, my God.
Oh, fat women, they're so funny, but they just don't know it, Fat women entertaining men by accident since forever.
Yeah, fat women are the butt of jokes, and there are a lot of other part of the jokes.
Well, that's just sexist. Yes, it is. Next.
Yep. Okay. Hey, Matthew, you're still here. Yeah, we don't want to drive you away. We're concerned about you a bit, and hope you're making the right thing. But yeah, no, it's a bad thing. This is a totalitarian nightmare happening. Not that we advise it in MGTOW. Do not engage with women, but to have a law come down and say you cannot, what? No.
No. You should wear a seatbelt, but let's not have a law about it. Eh?
Yeah. That's right.
Another freedom gone. God, they started with the seatbelt, so now they're coming for your penis. Well,
Yeah, see,
fuck.
right there. They start with the seatbelt, they come for the penis. I never heard it put so eloquently.
I've always put it eloquently. Well, so they tell me. Oh, that education was so well worth it. Pretty. I wonder what happened to Simon. He was a real wit in our little gang. God damn it, he could pull some funny lines out. That kid was so clever.
Who's that?
Oh, a friend of mine years ago,
Oh,
a
yeah,
fellow
yeah.
called Simon. My God, he was funny.
Yeah.
You literally could develop a six-pack of abs from listening to him because you'd laugh so bloody hard. He was so laugh out loud funny.
I
Somebody
think,
would say something
I,
pretentious and he'd just rip you a new one straight away. You had no defense. His Jedi powers were strong.
oh, yeah,
Hello?
I'm looking here at what Matthew's right, and I'm thinking that Matthew's actually a reincarnation of George Harrison. He's talking about the sun coming, right? Here comes the sun. And I think that's great. But yeah, in England, the lockdown is a thing until the sun comes out.
Yeah, no more didn't do.
Yeah, but now they've got cameras everywhere. They're going to be able to track you. They have
There
motion
was a
sensors and motion detectors rather.
motion sensors, giggity.
Yeah, my God. Here comes the lockdown. Da 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 da.
Didn't
Here comes the lockdown, and I say I'm a
It's
sheep.
all right.
Yeah. We should just talk like sheep now. It appears to
Bah.
be exactly what people want, and they're being manipulated to riot, no question. This is a manufactured destabilization. If there is a trigger. There's a better way to handle it. I don't know what it is, but I think so many people are upset for so many different reasons that something's got to break, and now it's breaking. We've had fake news for so many years, creating Trump derangement syndrome. Yeah, I don't know why they're protesting the White House, although they have a powerful hand in the destruction of 40 million jobs, which is roughly maybe 1/3 of the workforce. Where this is horrible. This is a devastation.
Yeah, it is. It's terrible.
I
So
don't
the
know.
parrot.
Yeah, what are things like in the UK? Are like people out there sort of spending in stores, or is there any sense of normal economic and
No. People are just taking it hook, line, and sinker. But to be honest, they've begun to ignore it. They really have. We have. I mean,
okay.
people are just flouting it. They realise it's just bullshit. So
Well, the Americans
you
when
know
they got
what?
off the
What?
lockdown, they were flouting at anything too because
Yeah.
they realized
It,
it's absolute bullshit.
it's total bullshit.
And this is,
That was the
I think this is a problem because the governments are realizing that the people are realizing that the government made a huge, and I mean massive, huge error, and they can't back off. They can't say we made a
no.
huge error, but that's what they have to say. They have to say that no one is getting sick from the SARS-2 virus. We made a mistake. We're sorry you all lost your jobs for 2 months. Let's just get back. I don't think people are going to do well with that, with all the violence and threats and fear that was engendered in this whole thing.
Oh, I don't want to. It's just terrible.
So they're going to have to play it out like it's real till the end of time, with everyone knowing that it's not real. And anytime you say it's not real, you're going to be shot down and censored, and it's going to. I think it's going to be worse. We need a catharsis. We need a truth and reconciliation commission on this.
No, well, you've got to overthrow your government. That's the only way. Revolution.
Well, apparently so,
Oh yeah,
because
I've been saying this for 20 years nearly now. The only way to change all this nonsense, and this is pre me knowing anything about a Bohemian Grove or any of that rubbish.
yeah,
I was asking the question for years, since 2000 and at least 2005. I came to what's the value of, and I'll pick some government institution like schools or police or whatever. Now, I could make out a case for police to a degree. I can't make out a case for schools any longer because the valuable people seem to be the ones driving the delivery trucks. So
Yeah.
academics had it's on its arse.
Yeah.
No, you know,
And look at the people who've graduated. They get into positions of power, and they make the worst government possible. That's it. Since the free education, what did it take 100 years? The worst government possible.
mm,
Everyone wants to be a social engineer. Yeah. So.
so well because they just career. Well, I don't know. I don't
Yeah,
know enough.
including Red Pill Suppository. He's trying to encourage people to eat bat soup. Yeah, bat soup. I love it.
Bat soup. Yeah. Well, the trouble is the wood gets between your teeth. Oh, flying bats. Oh, I was thinking of cricket bats.
Oh no, the flying bats.
Oh no, the
Like
flying bats. Oh, right. Okay.
what started this whole thing?
Yeah.
Wink, wink,
Yeah.
nudge,
Right.
nudge.
Yeah. Wink, wink, grin, grin, nudge, nudge. Of course it was.
Yeah.
You sick, eh? Can't breathe, eh? Been near a bat, eh? Down the wet market, have you? Well,
Say
nudge,
no
grin, grin,
more.
wink.
Say no more.
Absolute bollocks.
Your wife's a goer, eh? She goes for that bat soup, eh? Say no more.
Yeah, but listen, I think my budgie's dead. No, look at it, beautiful plumage.
Beautiful plumage. It's
Yeah,
pining for the COVID-19.
it's not bloody pining, it's bloody dead.
So, Bayman, I think you got something here. The trouble is only the left that's trying to start a revolution. Well, I think, depending on your country, I don't think that's true, actually. I think it's confused. I think a lot of people think that Trump himself is part of a revolution, and they want to see him finish, and that the left's revolution may be an engineered counter-revolution to try to stop Trump from, draining the swamp. I think there's that element. I also think that there's larger forces at work, but, I'm not getting into that. I don't think they're applicable as much now. I think the immediate forces are much stronger. And, yeah. So I think part of the problem is, affirmative action. I think that sense of entitlement caused a lot of problems. And,
Yes.
Ultimately, I don't think affirmative action helped Obama become president. He became president, well, partially because the CIA wanted him to, but he became president because he was just a great speaker. I got no question about that. I think he was a monstrous drone murdering bastard, but he was a great speaker. Okay.
Well, that's all right then.
No, it's probably not all right. I thought Bill Clinton was a great speaker, and he didn't drop near as many bombs at all. None, almost, in comparison. A few bombs on Saddam Hussein once in a while, and that was it. So, for all the wrong he did some great things. So, but not that Obama guy. But, again, I don't think affirmative action helped him. Yeah.
Well, it's
Yeah, I know, Chad. It's crazy. The cops are not shooting violent protesters, but prosecuting people that try to defend their property. Yep. No. I think the goal is to make things worse. This is the worst government possible. It's so many levels, so many places. Yep. And, if you want to loot, people should be able to defend their stuff. That's I thought that was a God-given right for Americans. But the police want a monopoly on violence, and look what happens when they get near to getting it. It just breaks down, and nobody wants to see any more of this. What was the ostensible reason for killing this guy? It was a forgery or something. Jesus, help us!
I don't care if he's the worst murderer ever. They killed him.
They killed him.
You don't.
But
That's no.
But in a time where the government just injected $1 trillion in 1 month, and you're trying to arrest someone for forgery? Oh, for fuck's sakes!
Well, yeah, you put it
Get a
that way.
sense of proportion. Yeah, maybe if the guy is resisting arrest, which was one of the lies. But these bastards are now lying. You can't get the truth out of them. They're dishonorable. And that's the problem. And that's a problem for people on the right or on the left. If the police are not honorable, it's better not to have the police. It's better to be armed and just take care of things yourself. And okay, at some point you got a sheriff who takes people in front of the judge, and that's it. But to have these police that lie and kill people and lie about killing people, no, this is horrible.
It's chilling. It really is.
And this is the leader of the free world. Right? We got issues in Canada, not quite so serious, but serious, similar types of things, and getting the same lack of satisfaction. And now in the UK, everyone's being told they have to masturbate in their own room. That's it.
That explains all the argument at the bus stop this morning. Shit. Right, I knew. Oh, man, that was so embarrassing. And now I see. Right, I better go and apologize.
Yeah, see? Right there. Things are going to change.
And I didn't finish. But anyway, nobody noticed, really. Couldn't see what I was doing. They just thought I was winding my watch.
Yeah, checking the time. It's
yeah, checking the time. 1, 2, 3. Oh no.
Nope, done. Okay. Yeah. You're not social distancing. It's got to be 2 meters.
Yeah, that's a bunch of hooey as well.
Oh, Bayman, you're pretty informed. I like this. Apparently, it was a fake $20 note that he was trying to pass. Yeah.
Oh, that's worth killing a guy. $20.
Yeah, 140 cities up in flames for a fucking $20 note.
Yeah, that went well.
You think that guy was the guy who was passing it? Oh, for fuck's sakes! Are they that stupid? Just collect the $20 note. Do some DNA tests, get a whole bunch of them. You'll find him after 5 years or something.
Well, they didn't even need to arrest him. They said, right, well, look, we know where you live.
We know where you live. You're a fucking bouncer. Everyone knows you as a fucking bouncer in the town. It's not like he was hiding.
Oof.
You go to the club, you drop a note to the manager asking his employee to show up at the cop shop, and he drops in. Where'd you get this 20 note? I can't fucking remember. Okay. That's about it. Where did you go? Well, I went here. Okay, then, thanks. Go home. That's it. No, we have to fucking kill you. We have to kill you. Well.
Thinking unbelievable. Disgusting. Disgusting on the way, but it's just breathtakingly bad. It's just so bad. It's beyond comprehension. It's
sorry. No, it's maybe breathtakingly bad, but it gets worse because the coroner said it was a heart attack.
Oh yeah. Oh, silly me. Pardon me. Yeah, of course it was a heart attack.
He brought it on himself by not being in good health. Fuck the fucking.
It was his pre-existing condition.
Yeah, it's a precondition. Yeah. He died because he had a heart attack. Had nothing to do with a fake $20 note. Had nothing to do with a cop, burking him for 7 minutes. It's murder by numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's murder by numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But maybe Monk Music can do a better version of Andy Summers' great song. It's murder by numbers.
I don't know the song.
What? Wow.
Don't know it.
The
Sorry.
police, Murder by Numbers.
What album? Don't remember it at all.
Oh, I think it's Synchronicity.
Oh, right, late. I didn't actually buy that one.
Oh,
I
wow.
had, I
Yeah.
had all the others. Sorry, I'm a.
Yeah. That's right. It's not coming up. It's not, one of the great songs. Oh, yeah. I typed in the wrong thing. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Oh. It's also a psychological thriller movie. Getting
What's that?
a Murder by Numbers, getting a 31% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, Murder by Numbers. That's isn't that a Conan Doyle?
Yeah, I was thinking that. Let me see. I'm not seeing it here in the Conan
No,
Doyle.
no. That woman. What do you call her? Murder by Numbers. It's what do you call a woman?
Agatha Christie.
Yeah, Agatha Christie. There you go.
Yeah, I thought she wrote a book like that. I got the whole collection of her. My mother liked her, and then so I bought a bunch. I have a pretty large collection, and I'm
Cool.
gonna say she is a great writer. Not every book, maybe, but the corpus, the whole thing. My God, there's great stuff there.
Mm. Wow.
Yeah. Let me try here. Song. Yeah, it's on Synchronicity. It's Murder
All
by
right.
Numbers. 1, 2, 3. It's as easy to learn as your ABCs.
Well, yeah, I suppose heads and shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Oh, and neck.
Knees and toes and neck. Yeah, that's the song that every policeman has to learn. Head and shoulders, knees and toes, kneel on the
Toes
neck.
and then yeah, there you
Kneel on
go.
the neck.
That's how it is.
Yeah.
Right. Police 101. Can anybody tell me what he did wrong? Well, he killed him. There you go. Jesus Christ Almighty. Bloody world. Poor fella. So he passed a $20 note. Jeez.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what?
Yeah. No, I'm
Yeah.
singing this song in my head. I've been singing it for like a day and a half now.
Get in the car would have been more like it. Get in the car.
Once,
Do do do
once
do
that
do.
you've decided on a killing, first you make a stone of your heart. Yes.
Well, there's a song. A song. If you type in Jim Jones review
Okay.
into YouTube and type in "killing floor," do
Okay.
do do. That's a cracking riff. So maybe they'd been listening to that.
Yeah. See. Yeah, we got to blame it on the music. I think they were playing it backwards. They had to be playing the fucking thing backwards to do something like this. Maybe everyone in the government is being controlled by some virus that makes them do everything backward. So if it's stupid, they think it's smart, and if it's smart, they think it's stupid.
Who knows?
So maybe that it's happening that way. Oh, I'm going to stop trying to make sense of it. No, it's just bizarro. Yeah. Yes, eBay man, it's time to do some heavy investment in Pornhub. Buy some stock today.
Yeah, but you can't bring that into the house, can you? Because
But the stock? You can bring the stock in
no,
now. No?
Pornhub, it'll be killed, won't it? From all the you can't have sex with somebody from another house.
Oh, fuck, right. No, that means they've made pornography illegal in the UK.
Yeah. Yep.
Because if it's virtual, it's real.
Yep.
My God. I think
So,
we've gone too far. Please pull me
well,
back.
just mental. Oh, aye, that's the end of the wankathon. Yeah.
Yes. And then if your hands are willing, you can turn a murder into art. Yeah, it is a great song. Yeah. And I think they've turned a murder now into complete and total destruction of a country. My God, 140 cities now. And a lot of people are
Aye.
angry. There's a lot of angry men out there. And, some of these men are angry for reasons we understand in MGTOW. But they're also angry for the destruction of the economy. And, there's the the psychiatric pill taking snowflake angry men who have been demasculinized and are ultimately just unsure about why they're angry. So, yeah.
It's wrong. It's just right.
It's
Anyways,
wrong.
don't put it up in
Yeah.
on.
Eggy Noggy here saying Sting was something else. Yeah, I think Sting was great, but I think he's in trouble now. I don't think he's married. I think he probably goes to someone else's house or have them come over for a little, hanky panky, whatever he does. And now he's
But
gonna.
if you have,
He can't do it now. He's gonna go to jail. Sting's going to jail. He better get the fuck out of the UK. I wonder where he's living. Yeah.
Faversham, Kent, I think.
Oh, you think he's locked up in some
He,
castle
he,
somewhere?
he knocks around with Bob Geldof a lot.
Oh
I
yes,
hang
the
around. I hang
cells.
around with the stars. I hang around with the stars.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, whew, what a weekend that must have been. I mean, I wonder how that fella feels who killed him. Oh, it was
Oh,
a heart attack.
he's on a suicide watch now.
Is he? I'm not surprised.
Yeah, like, but I don't believe it. Actually, I think it's just somebody putting out something. But
Well, maybe.
yeah,
Like shit your pants watch.
if you can't take a little bit of murder by numbers, then why in the fuck are you a cop, right? Why are you being tough like that, right?
Mm.
If you can't take fucking up like that, don't take the fucking job, right? And
Well, it might be
ultimately, a little bit what? Sorry.
it might be a little bit simplistic way of looking at it, but maybe you're right. Who knows?
Yeah, and that's the people that would go into the job are the people that wouldn't fuck up because they know you don't fuck up. It's better to let the guy go with the 20 than kill him. It's not worth it. And let the FBI handle the forgeries in the country as they do. They assemble it all and they piece it together, and then they find the guy who's got the press. It might take a couple of years, but it ain't destroying the the solidity of the currency. Not like pumping $1 trillion in a month by the Fed did. Jesus, that's every forger ever in the history of the United States and probably every other country times 10. That they just dumped in. Jesus.
I don't know what to say. I just, well,
Yeah, maybe this is the dream of the Blue Turtles.
dreams of blue turtles.
Yeah, Sting's first solo album. Because the universe rests on the back of a blue turtle. So the blue turtle's got to have a dream. Yeah.
Maybe.
I'm looking at the songs. The songs are too positive. I had this last night. I'm reconnected. So, turtle that the world rests on. Oh, very good. Very good.
A great book. What's the book?
I don't know. Maybe it's Blue Turtle.
Who knows?
Sting was a reader. He read books and.
Oh, a clever man. Clever man.
How many times has he been divorced?
Good singer. Oh, a lot. Enough to learn his lesson.
Not quite as clever
Enough
as he
to
thought
know
he
better.
was.
Yeah.
I'm reading here in the notes on the album page. The title of the album came from a dream that woke me up on my first night in Barbados. I dreamed I was sitting in a walled garden behind my house in Hampstead, under a lilac tree on a well-manicured lawn surrounded by beautiful rose bushes. Suddenly the bricks from the wall exploded into the garden, and I turned to see the head of an enormous turtle emerging from the darkness, followed by 4 or 5 others. They were not only the size of a man, they were also blue and had an air of being immensely cool, like hepcats, insouciant and fearless. They didn't
Who
harm me.
wrote that?
What's that?
Who
Apparently,
wrote that?
it's a quote from him.
From Sting?
Yeah, from Sting. He had a
Pretentious.
dream.
Did he?
Yeah.
Pretentious twat.
So they didn't harm me, but with almost casual violence commenced to destroy my genteel English garden, digging up the lawn with their claws, chomping at the rose bushes, bulldozing the lilac tree. Total mayhem. I woke up to the sound of Branford in the room upstairs, riffing wildly on his tenor sax, followed by his unmistakable laughter. There.
All right. Okay.
So, apparently it wasn't from a book. It was from a dream he had in the Barbados. There.
Wow.
Total mayhem. So
The more you know.
well, maybe this is what's happening now, that the turtles are breaking through the wall and creating total mayhem. So that's where we are. We're in total mayhem land.
Looks like it. It
Yeah.
really does.
Yeah.
What a bomb pot. Anyway.
Yeah, probably. Sting was stoned a lot. Yeah. Why not? And now it's legal, so who the hell cares? Well, legal in Canada. They probably still want to throw you in jail in the UK. For God's sakes, they want to throw you in jail for just about everything. Nudge,
And sex.
nudge, wink, wink.
No nudge, nudge.
Right.
Unbelievable. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Oh my God. Where's John Cleese? Please, please, let's have a voice of sanity. Can he say something about this? Let one of them speak.
God. I don't know. Anyway, I've said I don't know 1,000 times. I'm speechless. Absolutely speechless. That's such a stupid thing to do.
Yeah, well, yeah.
And he had a long time to stop.
So, this is the article. I can't believe I saw this article. I was actually shaking. I don't know why I was shaking when I read it. It was laughter. It was horror. It was a combination of those two things. Having sex in your own home with someone from a different household is illegal from today, after the government altered its coronavirus legislation. No,
Bullshit.
I'm sorry. That just is no. That's not right. No,
Under any circumstance.
under any circumstance, no. Treating people like that, no. Fuck off, no.
Yeah,
If the
the other
world
thing is,
dies by people having that type of relationship, then the world dies.
yeah, let it go.
Leave it be.
Yeah, too big to
You
fail.
have to, allow humans to make choices about being human. Right? And, the job is to overcome it yourself if you don't need it, if it's not beneficial, but not to go to jail for it. It has been part of our experience for 1,000,000 years of evolution. And to throw people in jail for it? What? They're wrong. On so
Sure
many
are.
levels.
Well,
But again, if it saves a few men's lives, all the better, I guess. So it's bizarre to read. I don't think I want to go to the UK.
you move over. I'm getting my flights. Well, as the UK is had it for a long time, but the thing is, of course, the birds are still tweeting. It's still a pleasant land, green and pleasant land. It's
That's
just not
right.
allowed. Well, it'll be even more green and pleasant land now. There'll be no humans in it, will there?
Oh my God. Yeah, no, there'll be
The
lots of
thing,
humans. The Pakistanis, nobody's going to interfere with what they do house to house, for God's sakes.
well, let them get on with it. At least we'll have people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mental. Absolutely mental. So on the wedding night, when somebody's got married, we can't have it off. What?
Ah!
Oh,
Yeah.
what about you get married? Well, we can't have sex. Well, we're from two different households. Well, we're married. Yeah, but two different households. What do you
Yeah.
mean? Well, like it says.
Yep. No, there's, that's going to come up in a court case, right? It's
Of
going
course it
to.
is.
It is. My God.
It came up. It won't stand up in court. Well, I'm not surprised. All these people here, for God's sake.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think anyone could ever stand up with so many people staring.
Well, Ron Jeremy might.
Yeah. Good old Ron. He could make it stand up in the friggin'. Well, I'm not even going to say it.
He could do a countdown, couldn't he? Apparently. It's on TV. I remember mainstream TV.
Yeah, he was trying to go
10,
mainstream.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Have we got any hankies?
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Yes, he could do a countdown. Unbelievable.
Well, he had experience. Anyway.
He did on plenty of practice.
I wonder what he's doing now. What the hell is Ron Jeremy doing now? I don't know. But, it's a rough lifestyle. All the time, these women phoning him up all the time. It's a wonder he hasn't been pointed and shrieked at. I suppose he has, right?
Yeah. Do you mind if I take this call? Would you excuse me?
Please do.
Right,
We have late breaking
now.
news live from the United Kingdom of England and Wales and Scotland and Northern Ireland. It is now illegal to live. Please take advice. Leave those pathetic islands now. It is dangerous to remain there. You are under occupation by non-human, non-intelligent forces. Leave those islands fast. And we will return to regularly scheduled broadcasting right after we digest the stupidity. That was yummy. I like digesting stupidity. Anyway, what about the droid attack on the Wookiees? Was that bad or good? Because we're going to have droid attacks. Yeah. We're going to have... Yeah, Red Pill. When the hell? I think Red Pill's having a bit of a lark with us. He's feeling. How are things in China now? Are they still pointing and shrieking at all the foreigners? So it's pretty nasty there. There's war words going on, and it's a nasty business. These guys, a nasty business. No, I never heard about the Ron Jeremy clause, which is that they won't do it with him, or that they will only do it with him. My God, it's hard to tell. I was never in the industry. I don't know anything about it. We'll have to talk to some men here. I think they were in the industry. But I don't think this industry has much of a future. We have deep fakes now, and that's going to be the wave of the future. We're going to be replaced by androids. The androids are going to attack Wookiees, and that's just going to be the way it did. Yeah, see? Everyone's feeling like they're too good for everyone else. And let's just go out and protest. I think that's it. Anyway, we're here with Monk Music, reporting live from the center of stupidity, the UK. Although I shouldn't say that because the USA is burning, and that's pretty well the center of stupidity. But all places, apparently, in the West, with some few exceptions, have experienced the worst government possible. And they won't back down from their mistakes. They're doubling down, tripling down, doing anything they have to to avoid accountability. So this is not a good situation, and it's not going to get any better. So keep putting the word out that men should remain in MGTOW Ghost Level 4, and avoid putting yourself in any jeopardy, because there's no value in doing that. There are people out there and they're doing things I don't think they know why they're doing them. At this point, the way forward is to get a job and try to get some assets and prep ahead, because there may be worse things to come. So at this particular point in time, it's not time to think that it's over, even though they're releasing things. This was a couple of weeks ago, and now we're into a whole different situation, and this could morph and change again into some weird and worse situation. So you had better consider changes that you don't even know, and I don't know how that's possible. So because I don't think anyone could have predicted this a week ago. Just a week ago, no one could have predicted the President of the United States cowering in the 5th basement down, having 50 of the Secret Service protecting the White House coming under injuries. This is nuts. This is nuts. I don't know why they're attacking him. Oh, actually I do, because he's part of the worst government possible. He used to be great, and now he blew it.
Auto shutdown initiated.
Oh, shut the hell up. Oh, sorry about that. I was being spoken to by this headphone voice. Anyway, he was doing pretty good, but then he lost the thread. He thought he'd get some brownie points in with this thing without figuring it could unravel on him. And it has unraveled on him. And now he doesn't know how to put it back together. And, people are trying to make brownie points on this. We'll see what he does. Yeah. I see the Floyd family to release results of their own autopsy. And Obama calls for change. Well, I think, we need change. I think putting you behind bars for, everything you did, the horrible things you did, and, you didn't, destroy, the FBI and let them do what they did, it would have been a much better, change, and all the bullshit that your party's done. And anyway, I think the change is to stop listening to the Communist Party of China. This is what the World Health Organization did. This is what the globalists did. You're a globalist. We need to change. So the next time anyone listens to the World Health Organization, look what's going to happen. Fucking idiots. And, do your own research. That's what I would say. Do your own research. Destruction in Santa Monica as troops take streets. I don't know what kind of troops are they. They state troops, probably. So, this is the governor of California. Ha ha. Yeah, let's bring in some more immigrants, and they, they'll be protesting. Yeah. Yeah, and then both China and Iran are trolling Trump. God, it's funny. And you look back at the speech by the World Health Organization on March 11th, and who did the head of the WHO cite? China and Iran. My God. And, this is what you get by listening to these people. Yep. And an abandonment of modern science, and then they taunt you. My God. This is systemic failure. I'm serious. You want to go back and you want to listen to the speech by Dr. Tedros of the World Health Organization where they declared the pandemic. And you'll see right there, he handed over health decision making for the world into the hands of the Chinese Communist Party. Whatever information they gave is what he based and they based their decision on. That's it. Yeah, I'm trying to get rid of that woman, but she's in my head. Well, she's actually in the headphones, and the headphones are on my head, but it's going through both ears, and she's in my head. Yeah. I don't know if it doesn't receive a signal.
Auto shutdown canceled.
If it doesn't receive a signal, it wants to go on auto shutdown, and then it receives a signal, and this is funny business. I think we're reconnected. Yeah, there we go. Any type of woman. Yeah, I'm very sorry about that. Let me see what I can do. I don't know how it's coming through the system. Oh, maybe I can do something here. There.
Mic off.
Now, did you just hear 2 words from that annoying woman? Did you just hear 2 words? And what were those 2 words? And then we'll see if it was going through the headphone mic. Yeah. Yeah. They're nice headphones, but my God, they're quiet. I don't hear anything. So it's a little weird. Except, if I'm in the the Hangouts, the Google Hangouts, which is still working. Oh, okay. Yeah, I know. Yeah, well, it's not a real woman, you know that, right? It's just an electronic voice or something. Although I suppose, the deep fakes at one point it might have been, but yeah. So anyway, I'll try to. I'm sort of curious as to why it's coming through. But, yeah, so there was a song playing just as I was deciding to go up, and the name of the song was "Living in a Nightmare." I believe we are. We're living in a nightmare. This is not what people wanted. We don't know how this is going to play out. No one wants to see a larger militarization. And no one wants to see people, breaking stuff and stealing stuff. But they put everyone out of work. What the hell do you expect? So, at some point, I don't know. You're not working. You're not making money. You freak out. So I think there's a lot of that happening. And that song's starting to sing in my head. No future, no future. From the Pistols. So, and it appears as though they were right, 45 years ago or something. And a lot of people are looking at their future and saying, my God, what the hell do they want me to do? Believe this bullshit? Take a vaccine? Stay in a cubicle? Wear a mask? This is not a future I don't think anyone wants. And on the basis of no science and nobody I know is sick, and you want to completely change the structure of the community? And you're going to do it with violence? Oh, I think I'm going to go out and riot. Yeah. You're going to bankrupt me. You're going to kill me if I get the least bit out of line? Holy moly. We looking at a police state, and it's not looking fun. We see that boot kicking down time and time again. Forever on the face of humans. And I think that we don't need anyone to tell us what's going to happen next. It's going to be that boot. It's going to come down again and again yeah, so I think we're going to get another chapter of this COVID-19 drama, and the nightmare is actually going to continue. So, stay sane and stay MGTOW and get the word out for men that they need to hold themselves close. Don't risk for no value. And things are going to work themselves out, and there will be a stabilization. When that happens, how that happens, I don't know. And the best case scenario would be that the government admits it did the worst things possible for the worst reasons possible, and step aside. But they're not going to do that. So, yeah. And, maybe the second best scenario is that the psychiatric pill plants all just suddenly close. People have to come to terms with their cognitive dissonance, and then I think people start to make good decisions. But I don't know. We got, 40%, 50% women now, 60% the lockdown, taking the happy pills, taking the sane pills. Who are these people? Oh, social distancing. Give me a psychiatric pill, quick. You know, 1 minute they're
Auto shutdown initiated.
admonishing, the next minute they're popping. Admonish, pop. Admonish, pop. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to end this before I say something that I won't understand, because I'm getting a little bit tired. I was up, I don't know, I think last night, and I was starting to dream while talking. I'd never really experienced that before, to move into a dream. So I figured it's time to end when that starts to happen. But thanks everyone for coming in, and I hope it was good, drifting in and out. We're in a serious time, and even where I am, it's serious, and it's serious in a lot of countries. If there's this type of disturbance continues or increases, the world is concerned, I'm going to say. Anyway, with that, rather serious tone, I encourage every man to get out there and make MGTOW known, and make MGTOW as the way for young men to know that they don't have to prove anything to anyone. Not to me, not to you, not even to themselves. That proof will come in enough time. You don't need to force that proof. You will prove yourself to yourself when the time is right. And the time will happen. Don't run away when you don't think you should, but don't stay when you don't think you should. And right now, there ain't much of a reason for staying. There's great trouble out there, and there's people trying to work it out for good or for bad or whatever, and it's going to work itself out. So, do what you can. Take care of yourselves. Take care of other men, and we'll catch ya on the flip flop. So, make towel plenty in 2020.